Hey everybody, it's Tara with Healing Adventures, where we inspire, motivate, and activate your truth, your purpose, and your mission on this planet. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We are going to be talking about how to manage your self-care when you have naysayers around you in your community. So I want to say thank you to a viewer who brought this up. This was a great question because it happens. In the midst of you taking extreme great care of you, and let's say you've started eating better and you've started exercising and you're sleeping more and you're feeling amazing and you're doing all these things in your daily care and you're taking care of yourself and you're loving who you are. One thing you're going to notice is your community may shift because your frequency is raising. And when your frequency is raising, those that are not inside of that frequency might fall outside of the frequency, okay? And I can go into more of that if you are not quite understanding what I mean by that raising of the frequency or raising of your energy, raising of your vibration. I'm happy to do an episode on that as well. However, when this occurs, sometimes we'll notice that we have people in our community that are not as supportive or not as happy, and they may actually make comments to us that don't feel good. So I'm going to tell you two of the things that I do that make the best and most difference for me, and I invite you to try them because it's kind of fun when you start doing this. You're like, wow, that was pretty cool, because you don't have to take it personally, and that's what I'm going to invite you to do. Do not take it personally when you have these types of people in your community or in your environment. So one of the things I do is when that type of behavior comes at me, whether it's from my son, whether it's from a coworker or a friend, or just someone on the street, someone in a car, okay, perfect example, road rage, hello, I'm sure all of you've experienced it. When that occurs, I think a lot of times our initial reaction is to take it personally and get triggered and get hooked, right? And then when you do that, that brings your frequency down. But when I notice and when I see people doing or behaving in this way, one of the things that I do, I get curious. I get curious as to what's happening with them. What's happening with them that they have to attack or be so negative or spew whatever the nastiness is. There's clearly something going on with them. Even if it's something like they have to tear down what I'm wearing, I don't care if they don't like what I'm wearing, but there's something clearly going on with them over there, okay? So I get curious. I get curious as to what's happening with that individual that they're behaving in such a way. They're hurting inside. That's one way where I take the pressure off of myself and I make it not about me, and it allows me to remove and release any triggers that may have gotten hooked. Secondly, when these types of situations or people are coming at you, and I'll use me as an example, when they're coming at me, I ask myself, what about this situation or this person? What about their behavior or their actions? Is it trying to teach me about me? Clearly, there's some aspect or area in my life where I'm needing to grow. Now, it could be as simple as just putting down boundaries and saying, excuse me, no thank you. It could be that simple. Or it could be that this situation or this circumstance is calling your voice to be, or calling your strength to be, or calling your creativity to be. What is it about the situation that is calling you forth? Now, why I bring this up is because I believe life is never happening at you. If life is happening at you, like, oh my God, this keeps happening to me, it always happens to me, whenever we're in that state, we're now the victim of our life. I want everyone to consider life is never happening at you. It is always happening for you and with you. Why I say that is because you came here to experience this amazing experience that we have called life. And life is here to support you. It literally is here to uplift you and support you. And it is a choice. It's a choice in that moment. In that moment, you get to say, What about this situation is causing me or teaching me to grow? What does life want me to do right now? Does it want me to step up? Does it want me to create a boundary? Does it want me to maybe not speak? Maybe not have a negative response, or maybe not get triggered? What about this situation is teaching me something? So those are the two things that I invite you to consider and to look at. When managing your love and self-care for self, and you experience your life coming at you, or things taking you down, or people being negative, ask yourself, get curious, what's happening over there for them? And open your heart to them, because maybe they need a little compassion that day. Maybe that's all they need, is a little bit of compassion. Like, whoa, I'm really sorry to hear that you feel that way. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on over there with you, but is there anything I can do to help you? Is there anything you need from me? So when we get curious and we actually just flip the switch really and put it back over there. And the other thing is to then say, after you've done that, but you got to ask yourself too, like, what is life wanting me to be right now? Where do I get to grow? Because if this is happening for me and with me, then there's clearly an area about myself that needs to grow. Those are the two things that I love doing. And so I give those things to you. And I invite all of you to try that on. If you don't already do it, which I'm sure some of you may already do that. And if you don't, try it on. Whether it's a situation at work, whether it's your children, whether it's a partner, a spouse, whatever it may be, or just the person that's got road rage, whatever it may be. Flip the switch, get curious, recognize that they might have something going on in their life that's not so great. It's being projected upon you. And then the next thing would be, ask yourself, what about this situation is causing me to grow? How do I get to grow here? This is happening for me, so what do you want me to learn about it? Those are the things that will cause you to grow exponentially in your self-love and your self-care, when those around you, those negative naysayers, might want to take you out. So I hope that helps, and I hope that answers the question. I do want to say thank you to the viewer who brought that up, because I think it's just a fabulous topic. I do look forward to sharing more content here, so please continue. Put comments down below. If you liked what you heard, share the video, like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and I do look forward to talking to you all very, very soon. Make it an amazing day. Thanks and bye.